Oh, Christmas light, how garbage is your animation? It's extremely garbage, just FYI.
The Christmas light is inside you, in your heart.
Ain't no way, there ain't no way.
I probably shouldn't shine a Christmas light on this abomination of a 3D nightmare, but I'm going to anyway, so Merry Holidays and Happy Christmas or whatever. The Christmas light is so good, it's only been released on VHS in a seemingly low amount as it's kinda hard to find these days. But these tapes were obviously very expensive to produce as they were recorded in EP mode. You know, the mode that gives you the lowest quality but most time per tape, and they needed all the time they could get. After all, this movie's a whopping 23 minutes. Really, guys? For 23 minutes you recorded in EP mode?
Where do you get these guys?
Well, you get them from Simitar Entertainment. Simitar was created by K-Tel founder Philip Keyes and K-Tel former president Mickey Elfenbein. But whereas K-Tel is still in operation today, Simitar is as dead as a doornail. And what killed the Simitar is quite a funny story. In 1999, they released the CD Slammin' Wrestling Hits, which was just blatantly bad rip-off covers of wrestling themes from WWF and WCW.
The time has come to relieve the pain. 'Twill be better for me. Not so joyful of all of you!
WWE, then still WWF, had none of that and sued Simitar over it and won, which led to Simitar folding in 2000. Simitar, you had it all and you just had to take things too far, didn't ya? And that's the bottom line, 'cause Cold Stone said so! Oh, but even reversing the name like that is more effort than they put into this album because they just straight up called them the wrestlers' names theme. Yeah, can't believe they got in trouble. But that's just the magic of Christmas. Or maybe it was karma for releasing the Christmas light on the world. But remember, if you liked Toy Story, you'll love the Christmas light. Apparently this came out 2 days before Toy Story's first theatrical release, so they hadn't even seen Toy Story yet to know. Can't believe how disingenuous they were. Because if they'd actually seen Toy Story, then that'd be a super true statement. If you like state-of-the-art for the time 3D animation, then you'll love whatever the hell this is! Which, by the way, the tape boasts that this is the first computer-animated Christmas story. And it never got any better. And I know I'm blabbing about the cover a lot, but I gotta say, these dead inside 3D models kinda look like crappy version Garfield characters. Probably helping that feeling a bit is the fact that the title is in the Cooper font used by all the old Garfield books. Anyway, let's see how these stupid tube-legged pieces of oval crap move around. Not very well, I'm sure. So yeah, once this movie finally starts, you might be happy that they record this in crappy EP mode to slightly obscure the absolutely horrid 3D models assaulting your eyes. But hey, at least they got Grizzly Adams himself to be the narrator, but if I want a true Dan Haggerty Christmas classic, I'll throw on Elves. Clearly Dan Haggerty was only a part of the best Christmas movies. Every other name in the cast isn't known for anything else, except Jamie Horton, who did some voice work on a couple of Marvel cartoons around this time, and then stopped working until fairly recently. But I'm guessing most of the cast were just people the writer and director Michael DeVito knew. Welcome to Poorly Textured Mountain!
Deep in the barren lands of the Arctic,
Barren lands is a theme of the movie, by the way. Everywhere looks extremely barren because more 3D models equals more money. And you can really see how much money was being thrown at this by looking at the screen. Real cute with the red and green searchlights, guys. Why does Santa need those anyway? Oh wait, I see. It's because Santa is clearly the warden of a maximum security penitentiary in this movie. That would explain why, even though he has this huge complex, we only see a couple of rooms besides his office. He's probably got a bunch of elves behind bars and the rest of it.
Despite all of their hard work, toy production is behind. Santa is very
drunk off his ass. Must destroy all holidays. Santa goes to crack the whip on one of his slacker elves, and he shows off a crappy wooden train machine. Though I am slightly impressed it can paint a toy multiple colors with one brush.
If we use my new machine, we can build more trains for children in less time.
Isaac, you idiot! I told you to make toys that the children of this decade would want!
Let's start using it this Christmas.
You're only starting to use automated machinery now? No wonder you're behind on toy production, jolly old St. Prick.
Santa! Report to my lab immediately!
Well, Isaac, I guess we should go see what Burton wants this time.
But if his decorations to spruce up this drab prison of mine, he can go to hell!
Burton Lemon. The other elves don't like Lemon. Some dislike him more than others, but they all dislike him, and they all call him the Lemon behind his back.
This really sounds like everyone else's problem than Burton's.
Gentlemen, welcome to my lab. I've perfected it!
A pop guard for a mic! Just wish I had it a little sooner.
Now we don't have to waste our time building toys from Isaac's foolish designs.
Well, he's not wrong.
We won't need these goofy little elves running around here anymore.
Yeah, look at them all running around. Totally not locked up serving their time at all.
This will prove that I am the one greatest toy maker. Greater than Isaac, greater than Santa.
This pitch to your boss might go a little better if you don't declare you're better than him, Burton.
Oh my God!
Just watch it work.
Just as Santa believes that Burton's claims may be true,
he realizes that all Burton has done is make the same stupid toy as Isaac.
and finally,
Well, kids like explosions. Seems like a good enough toy. What's the point of the whole rest of this conveyor belt room when the toy just pops out of a tube by the computer? Seems like a real waste of space and resources. Might need to look at a restructuring of management here, Santa.
It's quick! It's easy! It's even fun! It proves that I'm the one!
What is going on?
You fools can't see the genius that's in me! I'll make you see! Oh, you'll finally see!
Wait, is this supposed to be a song? It's kind of bad when it takes you a while to realize that he's supposed to be singing.
You'll rue the day that you had your way with me!
There's barely any backing track for this song either. It just sounds like the same drab tone that was playing beforehand. But I suppose it does complement the sad, untextured, colorless nightmare of a room that this is taking place in.
But me!
Who produced this song? Soundwave?
Cries and screams are music to my ears.
Now!
Finally.
He's gone. Burton's gone. Poor Burton.
Gee, don't try to sound too sincere about that, Isaac. Wow, they've got some real nightmare machines over at Santa's workshop.
Fatality.
Oh no, I made it worse. By accident. I guess Burton is 100% dead now for sure. Can I get a raise, Santa? But little did Isaac know that if he struck Burton down, he'd become more powerful than he could ever imagine. Burton is now the B-1000 liquid metal snowman.
From this day on, I am no longer Burton Lemon. I am forevermore Snowman.
Is this seriously the voice we're going with for this? And what tone are we going for here? Nothing? Like no dramatic feel to this in the slightest? I just turned into a snowman. Come on!
And you will, through the day you had your way with me. There will be no Christmas this year.
Damn it! I've had to work in this big empty room by myself for the last 20 years. I should have known that was there.
I will cause a huge blizzard.
You know what might help a little, Christmas Light? Changing the camera angle every once in a while. They constantly sit on one shot for just way too long, and it might have helped to have had some kind of reaction from Santa and Isaac to someone being turned into a living snow monstrosity before their eyes. But then again, emoting is a bit beyond these sad excuses for 3D models.
You will not be able to get to the children's homes.
You want to try explaining your evil snowman plan again, but good?
With that, the snowman flees the complex, going south at a high speed.
Once he's across the border, Santa can't prosecute.
What are we going to do? We can't let the snowman ruin Christmas.
Oh, I thought we could.
I have a new invention that I have never had a chance to show you.
Isaac's invention he never told Santa about is a giant jet plane, by the way. No wonder Santa's numbers are in the toilet. He has completely lost control of what is going down at his sweatshop / prison. Oh no, it's the most monstrous thing we've seen yet!
It was Christmas Eve, and it began to snow. It seems the snowman had begun to work his evil magic.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone dream of a white Christmas in the entire history of that holiday.
Outside of town, a sister and her brother, Jennifer and Jeffrey, get ready for bed.
Now you might think that sounded a little clunky, but go blow yourselves.
Jennifer, it's snowing so hard. How will Santa ever get here?
Well, I'm glad they found a robotic voice to match the robotic movements.
Just at that moment, the storm swells to a gigantic roar.
Just take our word for it. We aren't going to show you anything but a flash of light from the window.
Jen, I'm scared.
Scared that I'm trapped in a horrible textureless void nightmare from which I'll never awaken. Shut up, you stupid little non-acting piece of crap.
I have a secret that helps me to never be afraid. There is a light of goodness. It's the Christmas light.
Too bad we couldn't find one of these Christmas lights to brighten up this dark garbage of a scene, but I mean, I guess we really don't want to see anything that well, do we?
There is a light that's inside you. It is a light.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop you right there, but hey, at least your song actually sounded like a song.
I am dead inside.
Isaac finally gets Santa into his newest invention. He calls it Sled 2.
Because he's a horribly uncreative fellow. Kind of blows that he's involved with toy production, doesn't it?
Sled 2 reaches speeds 3 times greater than Santa's old sled.
And it's easier to animate than stupid reindeer, so Santa took them out back and retired them. It's really good, though, that Sled 2 is so much faster than Sled 1 was, so they can quickly do circles around the North Pole prison. They aren't really in a hurry anyway. We've got time. We're on extended play mode.
It also has a secret weapon, External. He guides Sled 2 like a super reindeer.
And he's just a ball with an ass rocket. Also much easier to model and animate.
If you think I am going to replace my sled and reindeers with this contraption, you're crazy. crazy. Well, Isaac, this sled 2 of yours is working great. We are lost in this gigantic storm.
I didn't realize the first part of my line was supposed to be sarcastic, so I said it genuinely. No need for another take.
Santa, what should we do?
I am always guided by the Christmas light.
Oh, wait, there is no light at the end of this tunnel, is there? Kind of ironic, is it not? Let's die. Ah, crap. Looks like Isaac jacked some of the original series Star Trek computers for his little sled, too. Just call me Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk! I'm Captain Kirk!
It looks like a house is being illuminated by a very bright star.
That's where baby Jesus is about to be born. We've just got to stop it, and then this holiday will be all mine. Who's the real Santa around here? Who's the real Santa? Call back.
Santa, did you make it? You wouldn't believe how many elves I mangled trying to get the lens flare transporter working on this thing.
Wake up, Jennifer.
Oh, there's a deranged old man in my house. Truly a Christmas miracle.
And wait a second, Jennifer just passed out right on top of her brother? Couldn't they be bothered to change the blanket color or something and pretend that she's in her own room by this point? Nah, of course they've got to be in the little brother's room so that he can never wake up again. He's dead.
She's had many dreams about Santa.
Ooh, saucy.
But she knows that this time, it's no dream.
Santa is many women's dream come true.
Santa! It's really you!
It's no dream.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
What are you doing here?
Use your words, Santa.
Santa tells Jennifer the whole story.
Oh, that awkward not talking was because they were a little slow with Dan Haggerty's let's speed this exposition crap up narration.
Santa also told Jennifer about the Christmas light and how he needed her help.
So because this house was illuminated slightly, Santa is putting it on a random little girl to stop a disgruntled ex-employee turned evil magic snowman. There's faith, and then there's living in a delusional dream world, Santa. But I guess those things work when that's where you live.
I'll dress warmly. It's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside. Inappropriate, Santa, you're banned.
And even though Jennifer says she's gonna dress warmly, yet she never changes her clothes. They don't have that in the budget.
Santa clicks his heels.
And they're back in Kansas or something.
Oh no, Santa's trying to beam up while we're at war.
What we got back didn't live long, fortunately.
Good, the prison's mine now.
Now let's find the snowman.
Just as Isaac speaks, he spots the snowman.
Well, that was convenient. A little too convenient. I propose that Isaac is in fact in league with the snowman.
How did he find him anyway? Was he bugged? Is Santa tracking all of his employees?
No one escapes Santa! No one!
Well, the little lady has joined you just in time.
He's a floating head in the sky now? What?
Whoa, don't try to make a giant snowman head that turned into a saw blade trying to cut the protagonist into pieces sound too exciting there, movie.
This is horrible.
Wow, this battle is so boring even the characters fell asleep. They deploy their little death bot and the battle gets really intense.
Is what I'd say if I lost all leave of my senses.
All Deathbot has to do is turn its high beams on and it starts murdering the big giant head, which is probably doing him a favor rather than having to live in this void of nothingness.
Santa, say the word and X will destroy him.
You gotta love that, Isaac. Santa's bloodthirsty #1 guy.
No, Santa, you'll kill Burton. It's wrong.
Look, you didn't know Burton. He was kind of annoying. He deserves death.
Santa, no. Please?
So, is this the actual reason Santa had to kidnap this little girl? To be his moral compass, otherwise he'd quite literally fire his bad employees?
Isaac, call X off.
But Santa...
Isaac, call X off. Now.
Dr. Isaacs, that's an order.
X, come back.
You fools! Now I will destroy you.
Well, when you're right, Isaac. Listening to Jennifer was a huge mistake.
Wow, the original design for Master Hand was horrible.
Isaac, get busy with repairs. We must move fast.
I know where the snowman is.
Isaac tells the others that he spotted his cave.
Spotted his cave? When? When they are falling from the sky after talking to the hand? I didn't see the head hand fly into any cave.
As everyone begins repairs, Jennifer sneaks out.
Yeah, I see with a crew of 3 how they could easily miss her. Anyway, in her pajamas, Jennifer immediately froze to death. Or she very slowly made it to the cave. Jennifer's real talent is snowman tracking. Looks like you've tracked down the wrong snowman, but old Snowden's got some grade A yuck to warm you up. That's good. Yuck.
You silly little girl, I will destroy you.
You know, for a snowman, you blow a lot of hot air.
There's a light of goodness, even in you. The Christmas light is inside you.
Ain't no way, there ain't no way.
There ain't no way that this echoey crap voice sounds good in song.
This epic song battle goes on for a bit while Jennifer tries to fool us that she's kind-hearted when really she's a bloodthirsty, or snow-thirsty in this case, psycho and was just using this song as a distraction. While what's left of Burton's miserable life turns into a puddle on the ground.
Wow, that was cold, Jennifer, which is kind of ironic considering you melted him.
No, it can't be. I won't give up. I won't give up.
I'll give CPR to the puddle! Live, damn you!
And then a miracle happens.
I don't know, this seems more like a Christmas nightmare to me.
Up from the melted snow comes not the snowman, but Burton.
What the hell? I can't believe.
Just the kind of shoddy craftsmanship I'd expect from this lot. That garbage evil snowman machine is good for nothing. It is good to know, though, if you turn a person into living snow, then melt them, they'll just reform normally. You'd think melting all their organs and stuff might have some more of an adverse effect.
Is this scorpions? Well, we killed them. Just for you, Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero's heart thawed 3 degrees that day.
The doctor said I almost died, you idiots!
I made a big mistake.
Not killing you guys when I had the chance!
Now I see. Santa and Isaac were my friends.
No, they still made fun of you behind your back. Just because they decide to stop you from destroying Santa's money-making holiday doesn't really equate to friendship. But hey, at least having your body horribly disfigured for half the day nets you a free top hat.
We all make mistakes.
Hiring you was mine.
We would have made a big one if Jennifer hadn't been with us.
Wait, so Santa really would have murdered Burton if Jennifer wasn't there to say, hey, try not killing him, Santa?
We have a lot of work to do, but with everyone pulling together, I know we can do it.
And maybe even one day I can say those words with even the slightest bit of conviction.
It's like all the evil I ever had, it left me and stayed with the snowman.
Yeah, sure. That doesn't sound at all like a flimsy excuse to not have to pay for your crimes. You realize people probably died in the evil snowman storm he caused. Burton's got blood on his hands.
Jennifer saved me, and I have decided to spend my life helping others. I wonder if you'd join me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not giving up my evil money-making ways.
Together, we can bring the magic of Christmas to every day of the year. We're the Christmas Brigade.
Sounds like a great name for a sequel. Yeah.
Every year on Christmas Day, we celebrate the birth of the Christmas light.
Oh, is that why we celebrate Christmas? I thought there were a few other reasons people did, but sure, we all celebrate Christmas because it's the day a snowman melted and then turned back into a real boy.
Have a happy and a peaceful Christmas. Keep that light shining in your heart.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna snuff it out. Wow, that was stunning in every respect. The Christmas light at least has the excuse of being an earlier 3D animated film, though. It's not like Rhapsody Street Kids, where they had more time to be striving for excellence. But man, this is still quite sad, and you can tell most of the voices were people who had little to no interest in voice acting. The story somehow manages to feel rushed, and like it's taking forever. It also feels about as empty as all its giant void backgrounds.
But you know what? It feels good to be a snowman. I will destroy the world now.
I'm over it.
I don't like this movie, doesn't look too friendly. This bootleg is so fake, that toy is gonna break. Phelous, don't let me down, you need to be around. Grab that chocolate pizza, I even like it cause I want. Phelous, so Phelous, bring on multi-comedy. Phelous, so Phelous, an animation movie. Phelous, so Phelous, what really is so fun? Phelous, so Phelous, what's your opinion about?
Whenever you're feeling down, just remember, the company that put out the Christmas light was brought down by a knockoff wrestling CD. Merry holiday, miss!